Hello, Mixed Nut Cases, 12 days of podcasting listeners, everybody. This is Nuchas. I am making Borscht by Anthropohedron's recipe. I am not using his real name because I will be linking to the GitHub recipe that he shared with me. Here are my shredded beets. I did use raw beets and I'm combining it a little bit. Oh, you can hear the Instapot starting to sizzle. I'm combining it a little bit with a YouTuber's suggestions of how to do this with an Instapot. So one of the suggestions was to saute the beets first, stew everything, and then add them at the end so that it doesn't turn all gray. So let's see if that works. We'll give thanks to the suggestion of when you are shredding your beets, wear gloves. Otherwise, you end up with pink hands. So I did not end up with pink hands. So we're just going to saute these beets, get them nice and cooked, and then we'll do all the stewing of everything else. Now, the one thing is he didn't include a potato in his recipe. I'm going to include a potato, and I totally forgot to buy cabbage, so maybe it's not going to be real borscht, but I'm going to add in some other leafies to kind of make up for it. We'll see what happens. So I'm trying my best. I'm making some changes which were planned and some changes that are not planned. Trying to get the fan off so you can just hear me. Another deviation I am doing is I'm just browning the meat before stewing it because I like the texture of meat when it's browned. So before it goes in, I'm just browning it to get that nice texture. I don't know if this is traditional, but this is what I'm doing. So I'm making some adjustments simply because I know how to cook and I know what I like, and maybe I'm butchering it and maybe it's disrespectful, but I think it would be appreciated. I don't know. We'll see. Deliciously cooked. And another change I'm making is instead of adding a bunch of salt and then adding water, I'm going to add it as veggie broth. We are going to add a little bit of dill and a bay leaf. Dill because apparently that's supposed to be traditional, and a bay leaf because I can't imagine a soup-like thing without a bay leaf. And this recipe only called for onion, and I did the Holy Trinity because, again, it's a soup-like deal. And the other recipes I saw had the Holy Trinity, so that's what we're going to do. In the rest of the soup broth, we're going to put in our tomatoes. And I've just spilled everywhere because I'm trying to do this on camera. Crap. Oh, I hope I didn't screw everything up. Let's see. And then potatoes. And beef. Added, not filmed because I needed 2 hands for that. But pepper is added. We're going to put the lid on. We're going to simmer this. And then at the end, I'm going to add the delicious beets. So we've added the beets, we've added the spinach, which is replacing cabbage, and I added the peppers that I forgot late. The potatoes aren't quite cooked, so I'm going to simmer this for some more time. But now that I've added the beets, I hope it doesn't go gray. We'll see. All right, so we have had borscht.
We did have borscht.
Have you ever had borscht before, Tek?
Maybe. I've had a lot of variations on this type of beef stew dish.
It's definitely, I was not expecting it to taste pretty much like a beef stew. I was expecting something completely different because the beets had me thrown.
Right. Yeah. But when you throw them in there and they blend with all the other flavors, it adds well. What do you think? So, you liked it?
I liked it a lot.
I did. I think I would have liked the original recipe more than your variation of it because...
So I made some changes.
You made, right.
And the changes were, and I thought I had cut down all the other ingredients, but I needed to have, I cut down the amount of beef because I didn't want to buy 3 pounds of beef.
Should have had 3 pounds of beef.
I should have had 3 pounds of beef. All right, my
correction.
correction.
Should have not had 3 pounds of carrots.
Okay, it wasn't 3 pounds of carrots.
It felt like 3 pounds of carrots.
It was 1 cup of the Holy Trinity.
That was a lot of carrot.
It was not that much. get over yourself.
How many chunks of beef did you have in your bowl?
A lot more than you did.
I had 3 chunks
I
of
told
beef.
you I'd get you more
Too late
chunks.
now. Too late now.
Anyway.
But flavorful. Very
Flavorful.
Nice.
I liked the other changes that I made, like adding a potato.
Yes, the potato's good.
Potatoes.
I would have, or I recommend for next time that the potato be chunked a little bigger.
Okay, yeah, I agree.
Bigger chunks of potato.
I did cut them quite small because I wanted them to cook, but I think
well, you wanted them the same size as the rest of the Holy Trinity, so.
Sure. I think that, so I served it with Greek yogurt. It's supposed to be served with sour cream, but I don't like sour cream, and neither do you.
No.
And I've read that Greek yogurt's a good alternative.
Well, it adds that sweetness
and I put some fresh dill on top. You did not like dill.
I don't like dill at all.
I liked it a lot with the yogurt, but I didn't really need the yogurt. I had my second helping with no yogurt. It was much better.
Well, just like adding cream to anything. Yeah. I mean, that's what it's there for, right?
Now, you said you could taste the beets.
Oh, yes.
I didn't really taste the beets. Like, the beets were there. It gives it a little sweetness, but it didn't taste singular beet flavor.
Beets is a regular side dish in my house.
Oh, well.
Not one that I ate.
I didn't have beets till the encaffeinated one served them to me.
No.
So
beets to me were that thing on the side of your plate that would make your potatoes purple.
Beets to me were that thing that went in herring salad, and I stayed far, far away from herring salad.
Let's not make the herring
salad.
salad.
That was disgusting. We're not making herring salad. No. Sorry. No. Gross. So, like, to me, I had no idea that beets were delicious.
So whose fault is... I mean, who are we thanking for this recipe?
Hedron.
Anthropohedron. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much.
This has been fun.
Enjoyed it, and I'll be making it again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nutty Bites is produced by Nimlas Studios under a Creative Commons Attribution No Commercial Non-Derivatives 3.0 International License. That means you can't change it without my permission. You can share it and send it to your friends. Just link back to me, my site, and everything. We live at nimlas.org, which has links to everything social media, including facebook.com/group/nuttybites and patreon.com/nukejoss, or call 347-NUTTY42.